San Francisco, California. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the city was a place where many people dreamed of a better life. But the city also had an unforgettable fear and terror. There emerged a man known as the Zodiac Killer, a mysterious, ruthless man who became one of the most feared killers in American history. On December 24th, 1968, two teenagers named Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were driving their car in a deserted area of Vallejo. That night, they were both shot and killed by an unknown assailant. Police thought it was a simple teenage accident, but it soon became clear that this was the beginning of a tragic story. On July 22nd, 1969, another couple named Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mageau were attacked while they were in Vallejo. Mike was injured but survived, while Darlene died on the spot. Shortly after, a suspect called the police, claiming to be behind the killings and that he would continue. It began with a mind game. A person calling himself the Zodiac sent letters and secret messages, ciphers, to the press and the police. These messages contained a special symbol that he would sign, such as a cross and circles. In his letters, he would boast about his murders and threaten to kill others if his letters were not published. On September 26, 1969, two college students, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, were vacationing at Lake Berryessa. They were attacked by a man wearing a black mask and a scary costume. He tied Brian and Cecilia's hands and stabbed Cecilia to death, while Brian escaped with serious injuries. Later, police found a note with the name Zodiac and his logo on it on the car he was driving. As these incidents escalated, Zodiac threatened in letters to blow up a school bus and kill many children. This created fear throughout the city, and the children were taken to a police guard. Some of his letters contained secret messages called ciphers. One of these messages, known as the Z408 cipher, was eventually cracked by a family of teachers. He delivered a terrifying message: "I love to kill because killing brings me joy." However, other ciphers he sent have not yet been officially cracked. For years, the police pursued the Zodiac and had many suspects. One of the main suspects was Arthur Lee Allen, a man who was accused of having a twisted personality and a love of weapons and twisted stories. However, there was never enough evidence to arrest him. DNA, fingerprints, and other evidence that was found never fully identified the person behind the murders. The Zodiac Killer has become a part of American culture. Books, movies, and dozens of fictional stories have been written about him. Police and independent investigators are still searching for new information. Some of his codes have yet to be solved, further deepening the mystery surrounding the case. More than 50 years have passed since the Zodiac murders, but his name and his symbol still haunt. The biggest questions: who was he? What were his motives? Remain unanswered. Until the day the truth is known, the Zodiac Killer will remain one of the darkest mysteries in human history. If you have reached the end, please subscribe. Thank you